Good morning, everyone. Happy Monday to you all. I am Coach Williams, Cassandra Williams of Cassandra Williams Enterprise, your victory coach and the founder of Wise Wives Build. And we are here for Momentum Monday today. This is the time where I believe that we can start this week strong and end even stronger on today. And so I'm multitasking a little bit. So welcome to everyone over here on Facebook, on YouTube, as well as in the Clubhouse room this morning. Thank you guys so much for being here. Good morning, Danielle. And so I just wanted to come out and share something that will just get you going for the week, okay? And what I wanted to go, I was thinking about last week, we were talking about this thing of expectations, right? New expectations and rekindled excitement. I've been trying to get away from that word, but God has just been like, no, what are you expecting, right? And so as you're going through your week, what is that thing that you are expecting? So I went and I looked up the word expectation. And expectation is a strong belief that something will happen or be the case in the future. A strong belief that something will happen or be the case in the future. A belief that someone should achieve something, right? And so sometimes we beat ourselves up because of our expectations. But what I want to talk to you from the standpoint of today is as you are preparing for certain things, right? As you are expecting, I need you to be wise, right? I have a group called Wise Wives Build, and that's who's joining us this morning for Momentum Monday over here on Clubhouse. And what we're talking about is, we've been talking about new things and God taking us into new places, right? And so he took me to the scripture, Matthew 25, 1 through 13. And it's a familiar, to most of us, it's a familiar scripture, right? And that is the scripture where it talks about the 10 virgins, five were wise, five were foolish, right? And so as we're talking about these 10 people, right? And five different types of people. I began to really look at some of it, and I'm going to read a little bit of it for you just for context, okay? At the time, the kingdom of heaven will be like 10 virgins who took their lamps and went out to meet the bridegroom. Five of them were foolish and five were wise. The foolish ones took their lamps, but they did not take any oil with them. The wise ones, however, took oil in jars along with their lamps. The bridegroom was a long time in coming, and they all became drowsy and fell asleep. At midnight, the cry rang out, "Here's the bridegroom, come out to meet him." No, they all replied, "There may not be enough for both of it says, then all the virgins woke up and trimmed their lamps. The foolish one said to the wise, "Give us some of your oil. Our lamps are going out." "No," they replied, "there may not be enough for both of us and you. Instead, go to those who sell oil and buy some for yourselves." But while they were on their way to buy the oil, the bridegroom arrived. The virgins who were ready went in with him to the wedding banquet, and the other was shut out. Okay? So, and the door was shut. So we have these 10 people, these 10 people came, the bridegroom was coming. Five of them, they all brought their lamp. Okay? In some way, shape, or form, they were all prepared. They understood the assignment. They understood what was coming down the pipeline. They understood what needed to happen. But here's the thing. Um, Five of them brought more oil, extra, just in case it may not. I know he was supposed to come immediately, right? But just in case he didn't come immediately, they were prepared. They had brought not only what was in the lamp, five of them brought more oil, right? And then five of them was kind of like, okay, I brought the lamp, but that's all that they brought, right? And it says, so they were kind of prepared, You know, a lot of times we say you just show up, right? They showed up, but they did not show up. They did not use wisdom in their preparation. 5 of them were wise, 5 of them were foolish. And so at midnight, midnight is a deep or extended darkness or gloom, the middle of the night, the change from one day to the next, that place of transition. And as they were in that place of transition, and as we are in a place of transition right now, we've got to be wise. Are you being wise or are you being foolish? Because the wise are preparing. They are not only bringing what they need for today. And that's the point that I wanted to bring out. A lot of us have prepared for today, but we're not using the wisdom. We're not hearing the voice of God when He's telling you to do a little bit more. He may be telling you to do a little bit extra, you know, 1 or 2 more steps, right? I went to an event on yesterday, a vendor event, but God had been preparing me for to go for a few months. He was like, go ahead and get more business cards. Go ahead and do this. And I'm like, I'm not going anywhere. There's nothing going on. Why am I doing business cards? So guess what? Whenever I got the call and I made the decision on Friday to go to a vendor event on Sunday, there was nothing that I had to get. I already had everything. Why? Because I was prepared. I used wisdom. I flowed in the wisdom of God to be prepared. One of the things that one of my mentors said, stay ready so you don't have to get ready. This is your Momentum Monday for today, right? Stay ready so you don't have to get ready. Don't be like the 5 foolish virgins that they came with the lamp, but they didn't bring oil for it. You're showing up. Good morning, Abigail. Good morning, Utiki. Good morning, Tiffany. You're showing up for life. You're showing up to work, but you're not using the wisdom of God in preparation for it. The things that you are expecting from God, you're not using the wisdom of God. These were 10 virgins, right? They were showing up. The bridegroom was coming, right? It was coming. They had the expectation to show up to the place, but you didn't have enough wisdom to bring oil. You didn't have enough wisdom to bring the things that you were needing. So now the announcement is being made. The bridegroom is coming. The bridegroom is coming. It's time now. And now everybody's waking up and everybody's scrambling and everybody's running around. And you're looking at the other people that have prepared, that use wisdom in their preparation. You're looking at them and saying, can I have some of yours? Can I have? And they're like, no, I can't give you any because there may not be enough for me, and there may not be enough for me. Now we both got to miss out. That's basically what they said. They said there may not be enough. You're going to have to go get some more oil. And guess what happened? While they were gone to get the oil, while they had to go back to the store, okay, that's basically what they said. They had to go to the store. So when they went to the store, the bridegroom showed up and the door was shut and they could not get in. What am I saying to you on this Momentum Monday? Use wisdom in your preparation. In your showing up, in your trusting God, in your expectation, you've got to lean towards wisdom. You can't just prepare for today. God is having us in this season where we are right now. He is dropping nuggets. He is giving instruction. Are you listening? Are you listening? Are you using wisdom? Or are you going by what you see today? Are you going by what you see in this moment? Are you going, what, coach, what are you saying? He's telling some of you entrepreneurs, he's telling you strange things to do concerning your business. And you like, that don't make sense. Why am I doing that? Why am I reconstructing my website? Why am I looking at my back office? Why am I doing that? In your household, he's telling you, okay, make sure, I know they've been telling us for years, right? Make sure you get your safe. Make sure you have some cash on hand. Make sure you start to stock up a little bit. Make sure you're not down to the basics of everything that you need, right? Don't go from day to day, paycheck to paycheck. Begin to back off a little bit. Begin to save. Begin to prepare. And there are some people that are doing it, but then there's some others that are not. Are you going to be wise, or are you going to be one of the foolish? And here's the thing, if you don't properly prepare, you can't get mad at those that did when they don't want to share. Everybody knew the bridegroom was coming. They showed up. So they knew, they had the expectation that he was coming. So they showed up. They brought the lamp because they were like, okay, we're going to need to be able to. They brought the lamp, but they did not bring oil for the lamp, that if he was delayed, that they would have enough to last. It was not that it was not available, because five other ones brought it, five didn't. So it wasn't like there was a shortage. It wasn't like they could not have brought oil. They just chose not to. And when the time came in to go in, they were not prepared. When at midnight, in the darkness, in that season of extremist, extended darkness or gloom, that place of transition, they were not prepared. Today, I want you to be prepared. So as you are, because we always talk about the preparation, right? We talk about the expectancy. We talk about the preparation, but I want you to use wisdom in your preparation, because you need to think about, I'm a planner by nature. So as I'm planning and putting things together, I'm the type that's like, okay, so what happens if it rains? Okay, I need to be prepared for that. What happens if the wind is gonna, if the wind grabs the table, what's gonna happen for that? My husband was like, from the first grade exchange, we had all of these bricks, right? So I have the bricks. He was like, yeah. So yesterday he was like, oh man, we should have brought some of those bricks. Now he was fussing when we had to take all them bricks back home, Jerry. From the first grade exchange, we brought them back, because I'm gonna do some. I'm making things with them, and he was like, so yesterday he was like, oh man, we should have brought those bricks. So next time you have your events, we're gonna have to especially outside, we're gonna have to bring those bricks to hold down that sign to keep it from moving, right? And I got tickled. I said, but you was fussing about my bricks when we had to bring all those bricks back home. But what am I saying to you? Use wisdom in your preparation, because I don't want you to miss what God is doing because you're not prepared. I don't want you to get angry with others because they were preparing and you had the same chance, but you chose not to take it. You chose not to listen. You chose not to hear. Wisdom speaks, y'all. Wisdom has a voice, and wisdom will say, hey, take a look at this. Wisdom will say, hey, I need you to do this right now. I need you to listen. I know it's hot outside, and everybody want to be outside, but I need you to be in, and I need you to be doing what you need to do for what is to come. Not just today. For what you're expecting. That expectancy, right? Let's talk about it from this point. Maybe this will help you get it. Hey Tisha, what about right here? when women are expecting a baby, right? Expectancy. Okay. When they are expecting a baby, they start to begin as their stomach grows, right? Once they finally do tell everybody, and once they start preparing, right? They don't wait till the baby come. Now sometimes they slip up on you, okay? Sometimes they come prematurely. But here's the thing. If you've been preparing the whole way, right? Listen, don't wait till 2 weeks before to put the crib and all that stuff up, because you might get, they might trick you a little bit. But most people are preparing the whole time. They're buying clothes, they're looking into diapers, they're looking into cribs, they're painting rooms, they're making a space, right? There's preparation, there's a wisdom in that thing. They start talking to other parents and say, hey, do I really need that? Do I need this? Do I really need to go and get the top of the line, or do I just need to get the basic? What do I need, right? They start gathering information long before the baby ever arrives. My husband and I, we had a whole room. He said, get the room together. I'm like, for what? Ain't nothing going on. We painting walls. We done put up wallpaper. Our my brother-in-law was getting rid of a crib, a crib that converts to a bed, all of that, right? And I'm sitting here like, we'll take it. We had a whole room set up for years. Why? Because God said so. So when people came, they would just be looking in there, and they was like, "Oh, this room is really." It was really nice. It had teddy bears all over the walls, and it was unisex and everything. Why? Because God said so. He said, "Prepare." So when we became foster parents, and we were getting calls, and they was like, "Can you come get the baby today?" Yeah, all I needed to do was go pick up some Pampers and pick up a few things, and I could go to the office and pick kids up. Why? There was already a place set up for them. Now we had everything set up for a baby. When we got a 3-year old, we were like, wait, okay, the bed's still converted. We went and got the bed. We can pull the bed out, because he was that age. He started climbing out of it, so we had to convert that real quick because he was climbing out of the crib. But the room was set up that all he had to do was move in, and he never moved out. What am I saying? When the bridegroom comes, when the promised thing comes, when that thing shows up, when God moves, are you going to be prepared? This is Momentum Monday. I'm still on this thing of new expectations, rekindled excitement, that God is saying, you're asking me for things, but do you expect a strong belief that something will happen or be the case in the future? Do you expect me to show up even if I'm late? The bridegroom wasn't on time, y'all. They were waiting for him. They just knew he was coming, and they were waiting. And five of them had enough oil. Five of them had enough oil, while the other five had to go and get more, and they missed it. Expectancy. That as God gives you new expectation, we need you to remember, and we talked about this last week. When you are expecting something, they were expecting the bridegroom to come, and five was prepared for however long it took him to get there. We don't tell God how to do it. We don't tell God what to do. We mind our business in that area, but we just know, oh, you coming. And so we are preparing for your coming. We're preparing for you to show up in our finances. We're preparing for you to show up in our household. We're preparing for you to show up in our mindset. It ain't always physical. We're preparing for joy to be our portion. We're preparing for healing, that these bodies will align themselves and be everything that God has called them to be. We're preparing, right? We're preparing for that. We're preparing for real love. to show up, right? We're preparing for restoration if that's what God is calling for. We are preparing ourselves for that. And we're using wisdom while we do it. Because wisdom will have you prepared even if it takes longer than you think. See, wisdom is the thing. Wisdom speaks. Wisdom is the thing that be like, I know it's been a minute and I know you want to throw everything away and out the door. And wisdom say, peace be still. God ain't done. You done, but God ain't done yet. So that's what I came to share with you today is that, we have to be wise. And here's the thing, and if God is done, you be done. Stop holding on to things that God is saying, I'm done with that. I'm done. When God says he's done and now you holding on, now you still out of order, right? So thank you over here on Facebook and Facebook and YouTube. Thank you for joining me this morning for this Momentum Monday where we start our day strong and we end even stronger by the time Friday comes, because guess what? We're going to allow wisdom to lead us and guide us in our preparation this week, okay? So thank you guys so much for being here. Want to invite you over to the Great Exchange in October. I'm going to share this link. So if you need to contact me, go to www.thecassandrawilliams.com for coaching services and things of that nature, as well as to sign up for the Great Exchange, which is our Women's Empowerment Weekend. As I'm preparing for you all to come, I don't want you to think conference or anything like that. I want you to think retreat. I want you to think time of refreshing, time of renewal, that place where wisdom can speak to you and you can be prepared for your next leg of your journey. Okay. We're gonna have some really cool things that God is allowing us to do, because every woman that comes will leave with a plan. If you've been trying to figure out, Lord, how am I going to do this? How am I going to do that? Everyone is going to leave with a plan, and everybody's plan will be unique. Okay. So I love you over here. So go to www.thecassandrawilliams.com, click on the Great Exchange, and let's get signed up. It's going to be good, y'all. All right. So Clubhouse, hang out right here real quick. Let me close down over here on Facebook. Have an amazing day. You can start this week strong and end even stronger. All right. I'll see you guys next Monday for another Momentum Monday. Be blessed, everyone. Bye-bye.